Alright guys, there seemed to be a mistake in the Mr. Bean Wikipedia. So actually Mrs. Wicket appears after the intro has ended, but Mrs. Wicket does not actually appear in this episode. As you may see, Mrs. Wicket only appears in Mind Games, which is her first appearance. And I'm going to show you that. I'll just scroll down faster so it's like easier. So apparently, she only appears in Mind Games, which is the 5th episode of season 1 of the animated series. So this is actually the first appearance of Julia Wicket, aka Mrs. Wicket, and Scrapper. So Scrapper actually has the first role. So this part is wrong. Mrs. Wicket only appears in this episode. Fortunately for that, I will just say this. If I'm not clear, then I would just say that the episodes right here are wrong. So eventually, I'm not really that sure if I'm right or not, but I do believe that this is actually Mrs. Wicket's first appearance in the episode. Mrs. Wicket did not appear in these 2 episodes. Fortunately, this is a mistake. And actually, I found proof on this. Even though I don't really like Mrs. Wicket and I dislike her because she's actually the main antagonist and she apparently just dislikes Mr. Bean for reasons. Even though I don't like her and I still dislike her, I'll just say that in season 4 she's like a little bit warmed up, but a bit bitter. So apparently, look at this. It says that her first appearance is in the wild, but this has been a mistake. She first appeared in Bean's Bounty, although she's been appeared in the intro since the wild. Her most favorite appearance was Trophy Bean. Mrs. Wicket appears almost in all episodes. Well, almost in all episodes, I think. Mainly season 1, but for season 2 and 2, 3, 4, 5, I will just say that she appears like the most episodes. I'll just say that she doesn't appear in episodes. But even though I still despise Mrs. Wicket because of her abusive behavior towards Mr. Bean, I'll just say that she actually doesn't appear in this episode. So guys, ignore the mistake. Mrs. Wicket actually appears in Bean's Bounty, and apparently this is a mistake. It was supposed to say Mind Games, but somehow it's been changed to Bean's Bounty. So apparently I'll just say that my prediction was right. Although I just checked it out in the other Wikipedia of the Mr. Bean website, I'll just say that Mrs. Wicket actually appeared in Mind Games. So guys, ignore the mistake. This is wrong because she actually does appear in Mind Games, and as you may know, although she actually just appears in the intro since the wild, her most appearance in this episode is like that. So guys, ignore the mistake, and apparently just try and just ignore the mistake because the user was supposed to change it to Mind Games, which is her first appearance in season 1. But although it says Bean's Bounty, which is in season 1 or season 3, if I'm not mistaken, I would just say it's in season 3. I'll just say it's in season 3. So apparently, it's like the 4th episode of season 1 in the animated series. However, this has been changed into season 3. This episode did not appear in season 3. So in my theory, this was supposed to be placed in season 1. No parking and Bean's Bounty was supposed to be placed in season 1. So guys, ignore the mistake in the Wikipedia, because I do believe that these ones have to change a little bit. Because Mrs. Wicket actually appears in Bean's Bounty right here. But as you can see right here, this is her first appearance in Mind Games. So this is a mistake. I would just say that although the Wikipedia hasn't changed anything for Mr. Bean Wikipedia right here, I would just consider my theory to be right. Fortunately, there's no prove whether Mrs. Wicket appears in Mind Games or Bean's Bounty. I would just presumably say, in my opinion, Mrs. Wicket actually appears in Mind Games. But for the users who say it's Bean's Bounty, you may be right. But I'll just say Bean's Bounty was the episode where Mrs. Wicket actually has her first appearance. So guys, ignore the mistake right here, because I don't really know if they're going to change it or not. But anyways, guys, this is Wheeling the Tomboy Gamer signing off. And actually, I just stated my fact that I was right about Mrs. Wicket appearing in the first episode of Mr. Bean. Even though she actually appears in the intro, I'll just say that, my perspective, Mrs. Wicket actually does appear in Mind Games. And actually, guys, this episode right here, which is Bean's Bounty and No Parking, actually that episode was supposed to be in season 1. So guys, as you may see right here, it says it's the 4th episode of season 1 of the animated series, but instead it put season 3. And this is wrong. I'm going to show you guys the proof. So you see right here, the proof was that Mrs. Wicket actually appears in Bean's Bounty, which was the correct episode. However, they forgot to put it here. So I was right all along, and it was Bean's Bounty. So guys, that's all I have to say about the mistake on the Mr. Bean Wikipedia about Mrs. Wicket appearing in Bean's Bounty and not in Mind Games. So if you guys have like any questions in YouTube, you can just comment right here. And as I was saying just now, keep the comments to yourself. Don't do any negatively of any kind. And also keep the limit. I only accept U or PG rated comments. Any of the comments right here will be removed from me. But anyways, guys, that's all I have to say for now. And this is Wheeling the Tomboy signing off. And you guys can ignore the mistake on the Wikipedia, because I noticed right here, I just saw like season 1 was supposed to be here. So anyways, guys, this is me signing off.